Hi, this is State Representative Jeff Morris, your representative from the 40th District, Position 2. It's the second week of the legislative session down here, and committee hearings are starting to bubble along, starting to hear those first bills that have been introduced for consideration. We're also starting to look at some early budget items, some cuts to help save the deficit or reduce the deficit for the current biennium we're in, the current budget, and also to start looking at what may create savings in the next biennium or the 2011 to 2013 budget. I'm going to spend a few minutes talking to you about the Washington State ferries, and all I can say is ferries, ferries, ferries. I've been spending a lot of time the last couple of weeks coming up with some proposals to reform how we've been doing business with the Washington State ferry system. As you know, I've been a critic of the ferry system for some time, and now the opportunity is ripe to move in and do reforms that are long overdue. I've got two bills that have been introduced in the House that I would love to get your feedback on. If the first of those bills is looking at reforming the management of the Washington State ferry system. As your representative for a good number of years now, it's been continually frustrating to me to have different directors come in to oversee the Washington State ferries. And no matter how competent they are, it's very difficult for them to get down within these divisions within the Washington State ferries to impact some of the second, third, and fourth level managers within those divisions. They're almost like little fiefdoms sometimes that, if you think about the old feudal lord system, you get anointed into and you're into for life. We need to change the way we do that. So I have a bill that has a good amount of support both from the executive branch and the legislative branch that sets performance milestones for the current management for the next biennium. If they don't meet those milestones, the management of the Washington State Ferry Service will go out for public bid or for public contracting, or for private contracting. That puts a real backstop to performance that you and I identify. The second has to do with ferry funding. As you know, we've not replaced the money from going down to $30 license tabs in the state, which just crippled the Washington State Ferry System capital budget. I have a proposal that captures the sales tax from out-of-state visitors or tourists that come to our state and use the Washington State ferries. The Washington State ferries are an icon for tourism in this state, and what this is to do is take that money, and since we don't have an out-of-state ferry fare, and use it for capital construction so that we can actually have boats that float, and then we can start worrying about the terminal reconstruction. It's important that we have a statewide transportation system. The Washington State ferries is part of that system. We have many parts that are subsidized in different ways, and it's wrong for us to actually not to keep that system whole. I appreciate your feedback. Please contact me at the name and address, phone number, or email at the end of this tape, and I look forward to your comments. It helps me do my job better.